Joiceville was a quaint and remarkable nestled town in the rolling hills of North Carolina. Its residents went about their lives with the comfort of only small towns can provide. Kids biked down Main Street, families gather for Sunday dinners, and the biggest news was often the high school football score. But that was before Blind Corp, before the sickness, before Joiceville became something entirely different.
In recent months, Joiceville has changed in ways that defy explanation. Strange illnesses cropped up, spreading silently but swiftly. Residents began acting erratically, losing time, sleepwalking, speaking in strange, fractured sentences. Some blamed the water. Others whispered that Blind Corp's mysterious Hawk initiative had something to do with it. But whatever the cause, those whispers soon turned to screams.
Then one morning, Joiceville simply disappeared.
Shops that were open and bustling just the day before now stand empty, their windows shattered and their shelves bare. Houses lie abandoned, some with doors swinging open, others with furniture overturned, as if families left in a sudden, panicked hurry. And on the streets, there's only silence, a silence so thick it feels like it's pressing down on everything.
At least, that's how it was for the first few days. But soon that silence was broken by something darker.
Reports of violent crimes started coming out of Joiceville, crimes that didn't make sense. Local police described unprovoked attacks, but the details that trickled out were more chilling than that. Victims described attackers with empty eyes, mouths twisted into unnatural snarls, their movements jerky and animalistic. They weren't just committing crimes, they were hunting anyone unfortunate enough to cross their path. Witnesses, those few who made it out, whispered of people who seemed possessed, not human, as if something else was moving their limbs.
It's like they're not even alive anymore,
said one survivor, a gas station attendant who managed to escape on foot.
Their eyes, there was nothing there. It was like they didn't even recognize me, like I was just meat.
Today, RPN's Gloria Hillard was the first reporter to arrive in Joiceville since the evacuation orders were issued. She's walking through the desolate streets, recording her impressions of the scene. Her voice is steady, but edged with a palpable tension.
It's eerie. No sound, no movement, just emptiness. Joiceville looks like it's been swallowed whole. The blinds in the windows are fluttered. The paint on the buildings already feels like it's faded somehow, and almost as if the town itself has been drained from all its life.
Suddenly, a noise breaks the silence. A shuffling, skittering sound coming from a nearby alleyway. Hillard's voice wavers for a second as she regains her composure.
We've got movement here, just a shadow, but...
Her breath catches as the figure emerges into the daylight. A person, or something that used to be a person. Its clothes are torn, its skin pale and mottled. It stumbles forward, eyes hollow and unseeing, mouth twitching in a feral grimace.
Okay, there's someone here. They don't look normal. They're moving closer. I'm just going to excuse me.
Suddenly, more figures appear, emerging from doorways, crawling out from the shadows. Dozens of them, all with the same empty gaze, the same jerky predatory movements. They start toward her, their steps unsteady at first, then quickening into a relentless, unnatural stride.
Okay, whoa, there's more of them. They don't, okay, fuck.
She says, her breathing now audible and rapid.
Oh, sorry, what's going on? Shit.
The transmission crackles as she breaks into a run. Her breaths come in quick, gasping bursts as she scrambles through the streets, her microphone picking up every frantic step, every panicked heartbeat.
If anyone's listening, I am in Joiceville. They're everywhere. They're coming from all sides. No!
Another pause, the rustle of feet, the sound of her panting. Then, her voice drops to a terrified whisper.
God, they're blocking the road. They're coming for me. There's nowhere left to go. No.
A sudden, violent clatter. A scream. The sound of flesh hitting pavement. Her microphone falls to the ground, recording only the last few moments of struggle. The dull thud of bodies, the guttural growls, and finally, silence. The broadcast cuts out. Joiceville remains lost to the world, and no one knows what dark fate awaits anyone who dares to enter its haunted streets.
Welcome to Excuses, the podcast that peels back the layers of a small town life, uncovering the hidden horrors lurking just beneath the surface of Joiceville, North Carolina. From the tale of a quaint little diner to the chilling corporate secrets of Blind Corp, this isn't your ordinary post-apocalyptic survival story. No, this is something much darker, much weirder, much funnier, perhaps. It's all from the perspective of the only survivor. You'll dive into a quirky, fragmented recollection of chaos and growing dread that led to Joiceville's downfall. Oh, and a little bit of warning before we get started. Excuse Us contains mature content intended for a mature audience. Strong language, and let's just say, a rather twisted sense of humor is intended. Listener discretion is definitely advised.
Six months in this box they call a room. I've counted each one of those days, measured by the ways the days and nights bled together, lost in this artificial hum of overhead lights that never dim, never flicker. I've become numb to the constant hum of the vents, the recycled air that tastes like nothing, smells like nothing. The walls, gray, metallic, and dull, were just high enough to make me feel like a rat in a cage. They've given me a cot shoved into one corner, barely softer than the floor. A paper-thin blanket was all the warmth I've had, though I've learned earlier that warmth didn't mean much down here. Across from me, they've hung some kind of motivational poster, as if it would help my spirits somehow. It says, "Keep climbing until you can't climb anymore." Those words mocked me, all out, and peeling at the edges, just like everything else in here. I'd catch myself staring at it sometimes, feeling the resentment building. Climb until you can't anymore. Sure. I couldn't afford to let it get to me. Not if I want her now. Keep this charade. I spent half a year playing the perfect prisoner, the harmless, obedient woman they thought they'd locked up away. Not that they know who they're dealing with. They thought they had Catherine Lindy, the franchise owner of the super awesome diner, the messy, troubled old sister of the real player in the game. They didn't know who I really was. But I was careful. Too careful. Probably. But I couldn't risk letting them know the truth, or let it slip out. 6 months of pretending to be someone else, someone softer, weaker. I wore the mask well. But every day it felt heavier. Every word and act, I kept my voice low, my giddy steady, hiding the fire behind a carefully crafted smile. Who am I, really? The walls knew the real me. Though, if they were to care to listen, and every once in a while, I felt the truth growing its way to the surface, begging to spill out into the sterile, unfeeling room. But I never let it. Not yet. And then today, huzzah, something shifted. I faint click, the sound you've almost missed if you were desperate to hear anything other than your own breath. I froze, listening, watching as the door on my shell cracked, slowly open. I blinked, barely believing it, to silver of the hallway light filled into an invitation. It felt like an invitation, but I didn't move right away. I didn't want to give them the satisfaction of this somehow being a test. I waited, counted to 5, and then slowly I stepped down. I had to bite back. I had to bite back a laugh. Looks like I still have someone in my corner, I muttered under my breath. Someone out there hadn't forgotten me. After all, I still had a friend. And then I saw it. A small key car laying on the floor just outside my cell. A sign, a divination, something like an omen from a friend. My fingers closed around it before I had the chance to think, yoink. I whispered, pocketed him at my sleeves. With a smirk, whoever left it, this little present, didn't know just how far I will be willing to go with it. Or maybe they get, and maybe they want me to. The elevator at the end of the hall was waiting. Doors wide open, the light inside cascading a faint glow into the dim door, into the corridor. I walked toward it, my steps measured, each one carrying me further and further from that cell, that poster, the hollow cage to try to bury me in. I stepped into the elevator, letting the doors close with a final satisfying click. I stared at my reflection in the narrow panel, letting a grin stretch across my face, letting the real me show just for a second. And then I thought, I will climb. I will climb until I can't climb anymore. Doris stands across the room, her posture tense. Her hand hovers over the gun at her waist, and her eyes are fixed on Thomas with a strange mix of reverence and disdain.
You know, Thomas, but didn't always go by Wilson. That name was a gift, a parting token from my Linda Cortanza. That's her real name. It will die with me tonight.
Cortanza? What, Doris, what are you talking about?
Linda was the one who opened my eyes to the fold. She showed me the truth of Blind Corp's dream. I watched her transform, ascend. I watched her rise to the audience's call, vigilant, hungry for more, as Joiceville began to fall apart.
She smiles, the memory almost fond.
Okay, the fuck is going on? You starting to freak me out.
Do you know what it's like, Thomas, to see the person you love the most ascend?
Fucking creep.
To become part of something much larger? When Linda became one of them, one of the chosen few, I knew Blind Corp's vision was the only path forward. Joiceville needed cleansing, and we were honored to be part of it.
Thomas stares at her, horrified, the pieces slowly coming together.
Okay. You were saying you wanted this? You wanted the people here to suffer? To turn? To become audience members? What the fuck, Doris?
No, you silly, silly man. It's not suffering, Thomas. It's progress, transformation, the Hawk salvation. It's a gift. Blind Corp is forgiving. It's forging a future where humanity evolves, where the weak and broken become part of something unbreakable. I watched my Linda. She ascended, and I couldn't be prouder.
Thomas clenches his fists, visibly shaken. He begins to back away, but Doris steps forward, her hand resting on her gun.
You don't get it, do you? The fold doesn't tolerate dissent. It is our duty to root out traitors, to keep division pure. And you, Thomas, you've gone soft, asking too many questions, looking into too many things outside of our purview. I can see it in your eyes. You're no longer one of us.
She raises her gun, her face twisted in grim determination.
I dare to say you were never one of us. Who do you really work for, Thomas? The government? Some small town journal? NPR? Tell me, who do you work for?
Thomas's hand shifts to his weapon, but he hesitates, staring at Doris with pity and revulsion.
Doris, I came here hoping to find something worth saving. Maybe a way to make up for my own sins. I've done things, stupid, horrible things that I can never take back, but Blind Corp has shown this fold. It talks to you. It's a disease. It's sickness. And now Joiceville is just another sacrifice on your altar. This whole segment is fucked, Doris.
Doris's eyes flash with anger.
Tell me now, Tom Bowman. Sacrifice? Sacrifice is what you make when you truly believe in something, Thomas. You think I wanted to lose Linda, to see her ascend? But I did it because I believe in Blind Corp's dream. A future beyond pain, beyond doubt. A world without weakness.
Her grip tightens on her gun, her voice dropping to a low, deadly whisper.
That means eliminating those who stray. So be it.
In a swift motion, Doris raises her gun. But Thomas, fueled by desperation and instinct, draws faster. The shot rings out, echoing through the empty room. Doris staggers, a look of surprise flickering across her face as she stumbles backward, hand clutching her side.
It wasn't supposed to end like this.
She collapses to the ground, her breathing shallow, eyes wide and distant. Thomas stands over her, his gun still raised, trembling.
I came here hoping that somehow, some way, my family might still be alive. My son, my wife. If they're still out there, maybe there's a chance of redemption, a chance to start over, but you're far too gone.
He kneels beside her, watching as the life fades from her eyes.
The audience, they're always watching, always listening, Thomas. The audience, they'll never stop.
With one final breath,
Finish it.
It's time to finish this.
with one final breath,
Don't let me upset.
For Blind Corp.
with one final breath, her eyes glaze over, and she falls silent.
For Joiceville. For everyone.
Thomas stands, looking down at her with a deep, lingering sorrow.
Fuck, my day went totally not how I expected it. This is just gonna ruin... This has ruined my day. My day is fucked now.
A fallen devotee of a cause that consumed her. This episode is made possible by listeners like you. Visit our website at lifedesign.net/excuseus.
For support or additional information, please visit our website or Patreon page at patreon.com/rodpoolart.
Tonight's production of Excuse Us, a mystery drama with delightful undertones of humor and eldritch horror,
Was produced by Rebecca Lake Pool and Rodrigo Pool. Written and directed and performed by Rodrigo Pool in association with R&R Aside Audio Theater.
music and sound effects by Epidemic Sound. Some other sound effects were recorded live on set. voice modulation by 11 Labs. If you're enjoying this production, please make sure to review or subscribe to our show wherever you listen to your podcast.
Check out our Patreon page for bonus content.
Until next time, this
is Rodrigo Pool saying thank you very much for listening.